also because I have to go in and set. Remember I told you yesterday about setting the audience and so on. I couldn't get it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. She is live now, and this is day number 32. Goodness gracious. You have somebody
Yeah.
already? That's
Oh, is
cool.
it 33? Because
No.
yesterday would have been 32. The day before was 31. Yesterday would have been 32 today,
Um,
I think.
today's, no,
That
today's
has been
32.
something.
Today's 32. Today's
Okay.
32. Yeah, yesterday was
Okay.
31.
Okay.
Let me get our Facebook sorted with that one, and then we're good to go. While
Okay.
people begin to log on audience. Let me do that first because yesterday I didn't do that. And okay, all right. Post day 32. You said right?
Yeah.
JAZZ up YOUR IFE now. Okay. Hello, Red Hot Galvanized. All right. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. Good midday. It's midday for me, but early afternoon. Unusual. The last few days, I've been doing the live late. Well, pretty late for where I am. 8, 9 o'clock New York time, Eastern time. But of course, it's morning somewhere, and it's midnight somewhere, and it's mid afternoon somewhere else.
Yeah.
So today this week we're talking about health. We're talking about love and life and enjoying life and all that stuff and being healthy enough to enjoy life, doing everything we can to be healthy enough to enjoy life in spite of anything else. Remember, I said a couple of days ago that all of us, every single one of us is going to be sick at some point. Every one of us is going to have a difficult time in some way, shape, or form, physically, spiritually, mentally. And my experience is that what gets us through is continuing to take care of ourselves, is continuing to focus on ourselves and acknowledge and recognize our worth, our reason, and literally not giving up on ourselves. Yeah. And I told you I had invited a friend of mine to come talk to us, a woman with strength that I don't know that I have, a woman who has, I told you about the chocolate cake. I told you all about the chocolate cake. Um, and who has, being a chef, has seen both sides of the eating healthy, eating for health equation, if you will. And so my friend Jazz Fenton is here. She's going to help. She runs an organization. Her company is Jazz Up Your Life Now. And her whole mission is about enjoying life, enjoying the good things in life, like good food and so on, and enjoying your health, enjoying the best state of health. So I'm going to let Jazz tell you about, not about her the illnesses and so on, but the what keeps her going, what got her through, or what keeps her going. Hi, Jazz. How are you?
Hi. So good to be here. I'm
Yes.
super excited to speak with everyone, and hopefully, I'll get to see some beautiful faces as well.
Yes, it's lovely to see you, and I love your green. I love you're totally coordinated in your green and your olive background, looking as wonderful as ever. Um, what I said one night, I spoke one evening about your cancer, and how one of the things that it opened up for me was the idea of sisterhood and women really just kind of stepping in and looking after one another, looking out for one another, and how important these connections are. So perhaps you could start with that. Tell me, and I met a lot of your friends, your
Yeah.
sister friends, who some of whom became kind of my sister friends in the process. So tell us about that, the importance of these connections to being healthy and living well.
Well, the first thing is I don't own cancer, so I don't call it mine.
There you go. Awesome.
Okay. I
Hmm.
do not call it mine. It's a thing that happened. And if you ask me what year it happened, I don't remember. I know it happened because I was there.
Yeah.
Okay. But it doesn't control my life. Okay.
Awesome.
I mean, I have totally put it in the back burners. They're off somewhere doing its thing. while I am here living the life that I was born to live.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a wonderful thing, because I think that's important that you say that, because a lot of what happens is, well, language made me do that, but what happens is, in fact, that we very often, when we have these situations, and I had that conversation with somebody else the other day, the painful ones, the difficult ones, the trying times, those tend to have more resonance in our lives and tend to
Mm.
control us
Mm.
as we go
Yes.
forward.
Yes.
That's not the case with you.
No. No.
No,
It's
and
not happening. It's
that's
not.
wonderful. So
It
tell us about
wasn't
joy.
mine in the first place. It
Yes,
wasn't, I didn't own it. I didn't pay for it. It wasn't gifted to me. It attacked me. And so I attacked it back.
right back. Awesome. So tell us about how you do joy. Tell us. We're talking about food, fitness, and joy. Let's start with joy. Let's work a little way
Oh
back
my gosh.
about
You
joy.
know what? I love music, as you know. I
Mhm,
love music. I love music with rhythm. I love music that makes me dance. I love music that makes me feel whole and filled
mhm.
to overflowing, that I'm walking on the street with this smile on my face because I have my
You got
headphones
jazz
on,
playing in your
and,
head. Yeah.
and and I'm dancing. I'm in the store and I'm dancing as I'm, picking up the things that I need. I'm walking on the street and I'm dancing. I'm going for my walk in the park and I'm
Mhm,
dancing. I listen to things, the music that just lifts my spirit, just keeps me going. And it also, what I have found, especially with the walking, is that I speed up,
mhm.
because the rhythm, I'm moving to the rhythm of the music, you
Yeah.
know. So that brings joy to me. My family brings joy to me. Being with my family, being with my sister friends bring joy to me. Reading a good book, learning brings joy to me. you
Mhm.
know of course, cooking is my passion, so making a great dish, brings joy to me.
So let's talk about that then. Let's shift to food, because food is important to all of us. You know me, I love food and I love
Yeah,
taste and flavor, and I
yeah.
love to savor and enjoy.
I know.
Um, and yeah, the chocolate cake is still here. You know,
Oh, I know that
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 chocolate
chocolate
cake.
cake has so many. I mean, it's almost over 40 years,
It's been a while. It's been a while.
right?
So tell
And
us how, because when you initially in your earlier life, you were a chef for people who wanted to eat the delectable dishes.
yes, the
Um,
richest, most delicious, delectable. Yes,
yes,
absolutely,
and
absolutely.
we still want delectable delicious, but we want delectable delicious healthy. How does that work?
You eliminate some things, you adjust some things, you substitute some things. Um, because I know the other and
Hmm.
I've been experienced in preparing the other, I now look for those things that will give me that memory, that texture, that flavor, that look, and make it happen with that.
Yeah, yeah. So
To just to point on that, one of the things that I do in my
mhm,
classes is I teach people how to prepare, vegetarian, vegan foods. And one of the things is people, I'm speaking to them and they're dribbling because, they can taste it,
yeah,
and that's how, they've kept on their path. I have so many of them who have continued even after they finished with the program. They still can. I spoke to a lady the other day. She was in a class 2 years ago, and she says, "Jazz, I'm making my tick. I'm sorry. There's a bug.
a bug.
There's a,
She's in New York. She's not in the Caribbean, but go ahead. So the bugs everywhere.
oh my goodness, I'm sorry. And she was just like, "Oh, I'm making my." I can't remember what it was, but she was so excited
Hmm.
after all this time, that she's preparing, and she has continued. They've all continued in
Yeah.
one form or another because if what you're eating tastes good and it's easy to prepare, you will do what you need to do.
Mhm.
Forget the other stuff. You don't want it
Yeah.
after time, you know?
Yeah, I think one of the things that we find it difficult is that when you say eliminate or you say I don't eat anymore, people find that difficult because it's you're used to this thing and and we have this notion that we are supposed to eat a certain way. We don't want to eliminate and avoid certain things. But for example, one of the things that I find interesting is oil. Now I cook with
Right.
oil. I cook olive oil, coconut oil.
Mhm.
I actually use quite a bit of oil. People
Right.
stay away from
Right.
oil.
No, no, you
Tell us about
shouldn't
that.
actually.
Yeah.
You shouldn't actually, because your body needs the fats. Your body needs those fats that has the omega fats in them, the olive
Mhm.
oil, the coconut oil, and so forth, that gives you, and that's good for your brain, it's good for your skin, you need those. What the fat that you don't need is the fat, the animal fat, the fat from the pork, the fat from the beef, the fat from the chicken. All right. There can be some, like if you had beef, for example, you
Mhm.
do want to have some marble in it. And what I mean by marble, there should be some strands of fat running through it. Otherwise, it's like wood. The meat, when it's cooked, is like wood.
Yeah.
It's dry and coarse and all of that. The fat actually helps it, moistens it, and makes it tender.
Yes. Yeah.
But you don't need that every day. And if you're having steak, you have 2 ounces the most.
Yeah. Not the 1 pound T-bone steak thing. Yeah.
That because that sits in your digestive system for 5 days before it's absorbed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Yeah. I think also people are uncertain or we don't get information about how certain foods pass through our bodies. Now, for example, that I eat well. I love good food and I love food with flavor and taste and texture and all that. And there are things that I don't eat, generally speaking. But for example, I don't eat beef. But I went to Argentina a few years ago. You can't go to Argentina and not have a piece of steak. But it's a
mhm.
little piece this size. It
Yeah,
wasn't this big thing that you get on a plate in
yeah,
the United
yeah.
States. I ate it and I thought, and I had it rare, really rare. Um, and I was a little bit concerned because I hadn't eaten beef in so long. I thought I might have got sick. My body didn't. My body responded, it handled
Mhm.
it really, really well. Um,
Awesome.
Partly because my body was healthy, but
Yeah.
also I think partly because our bodies need all kinds of different things. They need
Mhm,
different things at different times.
mhm.
Um, and they adapt and adjust. We are pretty adaptable and adjustable, but that doesn't mean we are supposed to abuse, which a lot of people do. How do we get the flavor, the texture, get to really enjoy meals and also at the same time be taking the most excellent care of our lives, of our health, our bodies? How can we not live on green lettuce and
I don't look at me.
there you go. Tell us about that.
I do eat a lot of, but the best way to do this is to eat
Hmm.
seasonally.
Yeah.
And and that means that when strawberries are in season in July, you have them then, not in December and January. Why? Because the strawberries that you're getting in January, they're not local. They were picked green. They have been sprayed basically to bring the color up. The
Mm-hmm.
color doesn't give it flavor.
Yeah.
Okay. So eating locally actually gives you the flavor that you need because they're able to, like I am an advocate of the farmers market, and I
Yeah.
tell all my
I'm with you on
clients
that.
go to the farmers market because basically, and I mean the true farmers market, because, and what I mean by that is, when something becomes popular, everybody and their cow goes because
It's the new
it's,
thing, the in
yeah,
thing.
okay. But not everyone, unfortunately, not everyone at the farmers market is true to that field, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But the true farmer picks from his field, and usually it's 3 days, 2 to 3 days before, even overnight before they come to market.
Mm-hmm.
That means that the nutrients in the food are at their highest level
Yes.
versus the ones you go get the ones you get in the supermarket or wherever you purchase your food, they
Those
are
are good.
coming from wherever, that has taken almost 3 4 days to get to you. First of all, they were picked 3 days before, then they have to, do all the packing and get enough stuff to get to you. By the
Yeah.
time it gets to you, by the time it gets on the shelf, they've been already 7 days
Yes.
from their source, because the nutrients are coming from the ground,
Yeah.
right? So you end up with food that doesn't have a lot of flavor. But when you go to the farmer's market, and you can do an experiment, anyone can do that. Go to the supermarket, buy a box of strawberries or,
Yeah. Yes.
whatever, right? Or go, if you're in the Caribbean, go to the supermarket, buy a mango that, they brought from someplace else, and
Yeah.
go out in your yard and pick a mango, and you'll see the difference.
I give you a perfect example of that. Wendell, he
Mhm.
was working in Brazil for a long time, remember? And
Yes.
one of the guys who was with him had actually moved his family to Brazil, and the kids were going to school there. Came back to United States and refused to eat bananas because they don't what they get in Brazil, which is picked right there
Yeah.
and ripened on the tree and all that almost. What they get in the United States doesn't taste the same.
No, no.
Allison, my niece, Allison does not eat eggs in the United States because she's
Right.
not going to have that whitey white. She wants eggs that are here, that are
That's
nice and red and orange.
rich.
That be
Yes.
yes, yes, yes. So that makes perfect sense. Just tell us something, because I think one of the other things that I think is really important for people in this day and age when people we say we want to be healthy, want to look after ourselves, but we want convenience. And we think, many people think that cooking for yourself, preparing your meals is just so time consuming. And so they buy stuff. I see people traveling, pulling into the drive
Yeah.
to pick up stuff to go home. And because also, if we're talking about health, rituals
Hmm.
and routines are so important. And the ritual of preparing the food, we're not even talking about the importance of doing it with family and children and so on.
No,
Just on an individual, personal level,
just self,
preparing
just
your
for
food
self,
yourself. Yeah.
just for self. And think of it this way: no one can take care of me better
Mhm.
than I can, because when you're purchasing outside, you don't know what's in it.
Yeah.
Okay, when you purchase and bring in, you know what you bought, you know the quality that it is. And here's something that we don't think about: there's energy, energy in your hands, energy in the food, energy in the way you speak to the food. Like, you're mad, so you take it and you slam it. Guess what happens with that?
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
body absorbs that. You beat on the pan because somebody says something. This happens in kitchens all the time, whether it's at home or in the professional on the professional level. So it's really makes a difference in taking care of yourself. You're sure you're taking care of yourself. Think of it like, I'm putting on my best dress,
Yeah.
and
I like that analogy, actually. Yes. Yes.
I'm gonna look fab.
And I select the jewelry and the shoes
Yes,
and the way I
yes,
put them together. Yeah,
yes.
I love that. I love that analogy.
Exactly, exactly. So what you look like, it's not the makeup and stuff like that. It's your body, how your body is responding to how you have taken care of it.
Yes. Yes.
And let me just share this because it's something I'm very, very proud of. In 2 years, Shirley, I will be 70 years old.
There you go.
2 years, I will be 70 years old.
And looking like this.
Because of God's grace,
Mm-hmm.
and because I take this as a gift that was given to me, and I've always taken care of it.
Yes.
Even through all the other stuff that has occurred, and stuff has happened because I live. I'm in life, and you get attacked.
Yes.
You
Yes.
get attacked by things, that want to stop you or hold you or, destroy you, whatever. But that is not who I am, and it's not
Yeah.
my mission in life. So it doesn't stop me. Yes, it may bring me down for a bit, but then I bounce right back up and I'm gone.
Yeah. Yeah. I just realized that I hadn't thought of that. I'm streaming on Instagram, but the restream is not going to Instagram. So those of you who are watching on Instagram, I'm going to post the actual live stream. It's on Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter and YouTube as we speak, but it's not coming through Instagram with my conversation with her. She's on the screen with me, so I'm going to add it afterwards so you can watch it, because we have here Bliss Day Spa, and she does healthy eating and living and so on. Hi,
Awesome.
Loretta. Um, so yeah, we're running out of time. So tell me about, because you do coaching and health coaching and fitness and joy
Yes,
coaching. Tell me about what you have
yes,
coming up. Tell me
yes.
what you have coming up
Oh,
next.
so what I have coming up, it's the fall, and in celebrating placing the summer in its right place and preparing our bodies for the fall and winter. And basically, it's cleansing, rejuvenating, healing, uh, and strengthening. Because in the winter, our bodies tend to become dormant, so to speak.
Yeah,
We
like mine.
kind of
If
get
I were,
sluggish.
yeah. If I
Um,
always say if I were an animal, I'd probably be a bear. I would hibernate in the winter. That's
right,
that's what happens with
right.
me. Yeah.
So the program that I have coming up, which is going to be in September, is preparing our bodies to go through the winter vibrantly.
Hmm.
So we're gonna, you know, most of us, and I say us, uh, in the summertime we feel like, oh, I'll just go crazy. I'll eat what I want. I'll do what I want and stuff like that. You don't want to carry that into the winter,
Yeah.
because the only thing that's going to happen is your body is just going to compound it. And this is where health challenges,
Yeah.
begin to set in. So you never want to have that happen. So what I do is in the fall that we do that. It's a 14-day program. You're going to be doing, we have actually a program that's been going on all year since the pandemic, really, where we exercise 3 days a week, Tuesday and Thursday evenings and Saturday. So that would be included in the program. You What I do is I give you menus, recipes, I give you coaching, because in order for you to get through that, you want to accomplish a specific thing with your body, with your
Hmm.
work, whatever, you want to get to move forward with it. You want to make a difference. So I coach you through that. I give you recipes, I give you menus, I give you daily affirmations and prayers. You start your day off right, you end your day right.
Right. Yeah. Excellent. So 14 days reset for the
Yes.
winter. And one of the things that we do at the Women's Leadership Circle is a big part of our business, of our reason, of our job, of our existence is being in communities, building community. And so a lot of this we're doing it through our website. So you can go online at shirleyosman.com/partners dash jazz, and I'll post it in all of the social media. So you can just click. Okay, you can just click the link.
Let's think.
click, click the link, click the link, and join Jazz on her 14-day reset. And with all the health challenges, I mean, even those people who didn't actually get sick, just the energy around us
Yeah.
is enough. Especially these last 2.5 years, just the energy in the world is enough for us to, recognize that we could benefit from a reset. So go join Jazz.
Yeah.
The link. Go join
The
Jazz
other
and reporting the reset.
The other thing that I have, Shirley, is this one is actually a free program which I'll be posting on Facebook mostly, I think,
Hmm.
where that giving you specific challenges to do for 14 days for
Uh-huh.
a specific situation, so to
Okay.
speak. So, you know, I think you have my links for Facebook and all of that. If people could go there
Yes.
and,
I put them all up.
just,
Yes.
yeah, send me a message, say, I saw you, I heard you, I'd like to know more, or I want to be part of, or what have you. That'd be great. I'd love
Yes.
to hear from you.
Excellent. So thank you very much, Jazz, and thank you everybody who's
Thank
on.
you.
Everybody, whether you're watching it live or you're watching it afterwards, wherever in the world you happen to be. Jazz is in New York City. I am in the
I
tropics and
love
the
this.
Caribbean, and what we're trying to do is enjoy life and help you be able to say life is good. Life
Mhm.
is good. The Women's Leadership Circle is all about women finding our extraordinary and being able to just enjoy life, get through life despite the challenges, whatever they might be. And in order to avoid some of those challenges, sidestep some of those challenges, or be able to power through those challenges, what we really, one of the things we need to do, we get to do, we must do is take care of our bodies, eat well, sleep well, move your body, do all kinds of stuff, dance, twerk, I don't care. Dance, do something with your body, eat well, eat for flavor, for enjoyment, not just because you need to eat. And like Jazz said, love, spend time with your family and friends, love one another, love yourself, enjoy. And when you get a chance, check out the Women's Leadership Circle. We'll talk tomorrow about some other stuff. And Jazz is one of our partners, so you'll be hearing and seeing and participating with her as we go along. Thank you ever, ever, ever so much, Jazz. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
See you
Blessings.
tomorrow. Take
Blessings.
good care.
Yeah.